What if everything you thought you believed about connection and relationship and soulmates and twin flames and all of that was completely built on a foundation that was not truth? You know, what if there was a simple truth that you could step into now and begin to really cultivate your own inner awareness and knowing? And the paradox of it is look what happens. Yeah. We really are two people that found each other in the most serendipitous, beautiful of ways and discovered a shared purpose. And wow, what an incredible feeling that is, what an incredible opportunity we have. We'd like to share, yeah. And that's what we want. And we have this shared purpose, incredible. So you can either project that, spend a lot of energy trying to create it, go through a lot of extra steps to one day get there down the line, or you can accept it for yourself now and really begin working on something that has a much shorter timeline to it.
Well, and how can you tell if everything, or what you've been believing about relationships and connections and purpose and whatever other genders or types of people, how do you know whether you want to stick with that narrative or not? And that answer is simple too.
Yeah, it is.
Is it bringing you love?
Yeah.
Is it fulfilling? Is it bringing you peace? And to recognize that when we're talking about love, we are identifying that with peaceful. Yeah. Not tumultuous, not ups and downs,
not dramatic,
not super dramatic, right. And to know that that's also going to be an adjustment.
Right.
That is an adjustment, because if that's what you've been equating love with, is screaming matches, is fighting, is blaming, is silent treatments, is slamming doors. What right. If you want to add some examples,
and if you find yourself glorifying those kind of things and using these kind of things as evidence that this person is your twin flame, then you really can very quickly back up from that and say, my gosh, my ego has become so slippery, has been so clever, and there's so many narratives out there on the web, there's so many things I could find to bolster my own trial nature, my own lawyer's mind about why this person is. And really all it's doing is covering up what you can discover for yourself, is that you are already complete, whole, and perfect exactly the way you are. And when you really get there, then the universe has no other course but to bring it to you, and it's already done it for you. And if you can look at your whole life as it's already happened to you every minute of the whole way, then you can have fun with that.
And so our goal first is to empower the person to say, you have so much value. And we want you to look at every aspect of your life to really ask yourself, is my money a reflection of my value? Is this relationship a reflection of my value? Is this family member and the way that person and I are relating to each other, is that a reflection of my value? And to really begin to take a look at that so we can invite more love, more expansion, more responsibility, and then hopefully more connections into your life that are absolutely a reflection of your value, which is incredible. You have so much value.
Yeah. And we'd love to hear from you. We've got an empowerment class that we're having extraordinary, great fortune and success with. We're seeing people have incredible awakenings unto themselves. Certainly something we invite you to come into, and we're currently putting together what a course on pristine connections looks like. What does it look like to have this kind of relationship? What are the steps? How do you practice with the moon? And we're coming out with some amazing, very, very simple. This is not complicated. It's not big, some long program you got to sign up for. And we'll be doing all kinds of support here at the River House with retreats and work with couples.
Groups,
and but mainly it focuses on empowering you.
Such simple things, and so the empowerment class is there, but then some of the things that are going to be separate around, like actually relating to somebody else or getting prepared for if you're beginning to date, is even when we're coming up on the new moon, what we're asking ourselves is, what is our purpose? Mm-hmm. We talk about the triangular relationship, and so even if you're already in a partnership, okay, let's really establish what the purpose is.
Right.
Our purpose is a lot of times spiritual growth. Great. So that means we get into a weird space like we did for a few minutes this morning. we say, okay, should we get to studying? Hey, we take accountability. I think we forgot we were on the same team for a minute there, like, and that we were actually literally wanting the same thing and feeling the exact same way. You know, it's like, so we get to that through some of the commitment, transparency, and innocence. And so we just want to guide you on how to create the higher purpose for your connection or for the reason you have for dating. Yeah. So that as things come up, as fear trips us up, as the ego trips us up, there's such simple things to not let it get carried away, which it so often and so easily does.
Giving you this incredible, simple opportunity to, to be in love.
Yeah, and we're using principles from the moon and the cycles of the moon, and we're using principles from A Course in Miracles on the difference between a innocent versus a guilty relationship, and just utilizing a lot of things that have been individual passions that have helped us to create something that feels, you know, really fulfilling and something that's a different reflection than we've called in the past. And so